Welcome back to our series on major health issues seniors face. Understanding these risks isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Let's dive into what you need to watch for, and how to stay strong, informed, and protected. As we age, the risk of chronic illnesses, mental decline, and physical limitations increases. Yet most people don't realize how many of these issues are preventable or manageable with early awareness. From undiagnosed diabetes to hidden signs of depression, these aren't just statistics, they're real struggles happening every day. 1. Heart disease. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in people over 65, and it includes several conditions that impact how the heart works. As we age, the risk of developing heart problems increases due to the natural wear and tear on the cardiovascular system and long-term exposure to risk factors like high blood pressure or poor diet. What it is. Heart disease is not just one illness, it's a group of heart-related conditions. Coronary artery disease, narrowed or blocked arteries that supply blood to the heart. This is the most common type and often leads to heart attacks. Congestive heart failure, the heart weakens over time and can't pump blood effectively, causing fluid buildup in the body. Arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats that may feel like fluttering or a skipped beat. These can be harmless or life-threatening. Heart attacks occur when blood flow to part of the heart is blocked, often by a clot or plaque buildup. Why it's dangerous. One of the scariest things about heart disease is that it can be a silent killer. It develops slowly and often shows no symptoms until it's advanced. Many people don't realize they have a problem until they suffer a heart attack or begin experiencing symptoms like breathlessness or fatigue. By that point, significant and sometimes irreversible damage may already be done to the heart. Key symptoms. Seniors should be especially alert to these signs. Chest discomfort, this might feel like pressure, squeezing, fullness, or pain in the center or left side of the chest. It may come and go. Shortness of breath, especially during physical activity or while lying down. This can be a sign that the heart isn't pumping efficiently. Fatigue, a constant sense of tiredness, especially after activities that used to be easy. Swelling in legs and feet, this may indicate fluid retention due to poor heart function. Dizziness or lightheadedness, these may occur due to reduced blood flow to the brain. These symptoms may appear gradually, and people sometimes attribute them to just getting older, which delays diagnosis. Prevention and management. The good news is that heart disease is largely preventable, even in older adults, with a few key strategies. Routine health checks, regular monitoring of blood pressure, cholesterol, and heart rhythm can detect issues early. Exercise, daily physical activity like walking, swimming, or light aerobic exercise strengthens the heart and improves circulation. Heart-healthy diet, focus on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and foods low in sodium, sugar, and saturated fat. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Tobacco damages blood vessels and raises heart risks, while excessive alcohol can lead to arrhythmias and high blood pressure. Manage stress and sleep. Chronic stress and poor sleep increase strain on the heart. Practices like mindfulness, adequate sleep, and relaxation techniques are important. In short, heart disease is common but not inevitable. Staying aware, catching early signs, and living a heart-friendly lifestyle can greatly reduce the risk, even well into old age. 2. Type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes has become one of the fastest-growing health concerns among seniors, largely due to more sedentary lifestyles and natural changes in metabolism that come with aging. As we get older, our cells become less responsive to insulin, the hormone that helps sugar move from the blood into cells for energy. This results in elevated blood sugar levels over time, which can silently damage organs and tissues if not properly managed. What it is. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic condition where the body either doesn't produce enough insulin or becomes resistant to its effects. Unlike type 1 diabetes, which usually develops earlier in life and involves an autoimmune response that destroys insulin-producing cells, type 2 typically develops later in life and progresses gradually. This makes it especially dangerous because many people live with it for years before symptoms become noticeable. Risks and complications. If left uncontrolled, type 2 diabetes can lead to a wide range of serious, life-altering complications, many of which are particularly harmful to older adults. Nerve damage, this can cause pain, tingling, or loss of feeling in the feet and hands, increasing the risk of injuries going unnoticed. Diabetic retinopathy, high blood sugar damages the blood vessels in the eyes, potentially leading to vision loss or even blindness. Kidney failure. Diabetes is a leading cause of chronic kidney disease, which can progress to kidney failure and require dialysis. Poor circulation. High glucose levels damage blood vessels, making it harder for the body to heal. This can lead to slow healing wounds, ulcers, infections, and in severe cases, amputations. These complications can drastically reduce a senior's quality of life and independence, making early detection and management critical. Warning signs. Many symptoms of type 2 diabetes are subtle and often attributed to aging, which delays diagnosis. Key signs include increased thirst and frequent urination. The kidneys try to get rid of excess sugar through urine. Blurred vision. Fluctuating blood sugar affects the fluid levels in the eyes. Fatigue. Cells aren't getting the energy they need from glucose. Numbness or tingling, usually in the hands and feet, an early sign of nerve damage. Unexplained weight loss or gain, especially if eating habits haven't changed significantly. If any of these symptoms appear, especially in combination, it's important to get tested right away. Prevention and management. The good news is that type 2 diabetes is often preventable and manageable with the right lifestyle choices and medical care. Annual screenings, regular fasting glucose and A1C blood tests can detect diabetes or prediabetes early, before complications begin. Physical activity, regular exercise, even simple activities like walking, helps muscles absorb glucose more efficiently, improving insulin sensitivity. Healthy eating habits, a low-sugar, high-fiber diet with whole grains, vegetables, and lean proteins helps regulate blood sugar levels. Medications and insulin. If lifestyle changes aren't enough, oral medications or insulin injections can be prescribed to keep blood glucose under control. Seniors living with diabetes should also monitor their feet, eyes, and kidney function regularly as part of ongoing care. In summary, type 2 diabetes is more than just high blood sugar. It's a chronic, progressive disease with wide-reaching effects on the body. But with awareness, early diagnosis, and consistent care, many older adults can live long, healthy lives while keeping diabetes in check. 3. Osteoporosis and fall injuries. As people age, their bones naturally lose density and strength. Osteoporosis accelerates this process, making bones brittle, porous, and far more susceptible to fractures. This condition affects millions of older adults, particularly postmenopausal women, and often goes unnoticed until a bone breaks. The most common sites for fractures are the hips, spine, and wrists, and unfortunately, these injuries can be life-altering or even life-threatening. The danger isn't just the broken bone itself, it's what's known as the fall cascade. A seemingly minor fall can result in a hip fracture, leading to emergency surgery. Afterward, the individual may face a long recovery filled with immobility, which significantly raises the risk of pneumonia, blood clots, and muscle atrophy. This downward spiral often leads to a loss of independence, and in some cases, permanent disability or death. Warning signs of osteoporosis include persistent back pain, gradual height loss, a noticeable stoop in posture, and bones that seem to break too easily. Prevention is possible and starts with DEXA scans, which help diagnose low bone mass early. Seniors are also advised to take calcium and vitamin D supplements, engage in resistance and balance training, and make their homes safer by removing tripping hazards, improving lighting, and installing grab bars in bathrooms and stairways. 4. Cognitive decline and dementia. Memory issues may seem like a normal part of aging, but cognitive decline, especially when it begins to interfere with daily life, can be a sign of something more serious, like mild cognitive impairment or dementia. Alzheimer's disease, the most common form of dementia, leads to progressive loss of memory, reasoning, judgment, and eventually, the ability to care for oneself. Early signs often include difficulty remembering recent events, names, or appointments, frequently repeating questions or stories, getting lost in familiar surroundings, or changes in mood and hygiene habits. Seniors may also struggle with managing finances or medications, increasing the risk of financial exploitation or health complications. While no cure exists yet, research shows that mental stimulation, physical exercise, and social interaction can delay the progression of cognitive decline. Keeping the brain active with reading, puzzles, or learning new skills, maintaining a heart-healthy lifestyle, managing chronic conditions like diabetes or hypertension, and ensuring quality sleep all contribute to better brain aging. 5. Loneliness and social isolation. One of the most overlooked but critical health risks in older adults is loneliness. What many see as an emotional issue is, in reality, a serious public health concern. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness is linked to a higher risk of depression, heart disease, stroke, cognitive decline, and even premature death. Several risk factors increase the chance of isolation among seniors: living alone, loss of a spouse or longtime friends, physical limitations that reduce mobility, and hearing or vision impairments that hinder communication. Additionally, a lack of transportation can keep older adults from engaging in community life or even seeing family. Combating this requires both emotional and structural solutions. Encouraging participation in community centers, clubs, or volunteering opportunities can help. Technology plays a big role too. Video calls, online games, and virtual meetups can restore connection. For some, a companion animal offers meaningful emotional support. Above all, regular check-ins from family, friends, or community groups are key to recognizing and addressing isolation before it becomes dangerous. 6. Hearing and vision loss. Age-related hearing and vision loss may not seem urgent, but they significantly increase the risk of accidents, injuries, and social withdrawal. Presbycusis, or age-related hearing loss, affects the ability to hear high-frequency sounds and often comes on gradually. Likewise, vision conditions like cataracts, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, and age-related macular degeneration can slowly diminish sight and independence. When seniors can't hear conversations or see clearly, it can lead to miscommunication, falls, and missed medical cues, such as not hearing a smoke alarm or misreading medication labels. Beyond the physical risks, this sensory loss often leads to isolation, frustration, and a decreased quality of life. Regular hearing and vision exams are essential. Tools like hearing aids, glasses, magnifiers, and voice-activated devices can restore function and confidence. Home adjustments such as bright lighting, large print materials, and reduced screen glare can also make daily tasks easier and safer. Here's a fact that shocked us. Social isolation can increase the risk of death in seniors by up to 30%. That's as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. One viewer recently shared how a weekly video call with her grandchildren transformed her mental and emotional health. It's a powerful reminder that connection is medicine. So today, we've seen that senior health isn't just about the body, it's about the mind, the heart, and the community too. From diabetes to depression, each challenge has a solution if we stay informed and take action early. Have you or a loved one experienced any of these challenges? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe for more senior wellness content. Watch our next video on simple daily habits that keep seniors strong and happy.